And this is going to be my 7th Pride look of the month. So yeah, it's kind of wild that this is going to be my 7th Pride look, because theoretically I'll be done filming YouTube videos for June on June 20th. So when I say I'm ahead filming wise, this is what I mean. But this is also my 2nd time attempting my makeup. I tried to do kind of like a iridescent rainbow eye without any shadow bases underneath, and it was not picking up on camera. So we're gonna do kind of like a pastel multi-chromey, not multi-chrome, but like iridescent kind of eyeshadow look. It's late, it's 10:45 p.m. But I have a mid-shift tomorrow, so I don't need to be up that early. So fingers crossed I can actually get this done. So I'm gonna start it off with the Blend Bunny Cosmetics Blends palette. I'm kind of tired of this palette, but it's a good formula, and even though the tones aren't exactly what I want, I'm trying to limit myself to one palette today. The less things I have to clean, the better. So I'm taking a large fluffy brush and some of Giggle, and I'm gonna start putting that on the outer corner of my eye and just blend that. Ow. I think I just put an eyelash into my eye. Not so fun. Not the vibes. But yeah, no, I work today. Yay. I don't usually do Mondays, but I will finally have a Monday off next week. So, thank God. I haven't had a Monday off in like a month and a half. I can't remember days. Like, oh my God, dude, I am so excited about next week and not working. Like, yeah, boohoo money, but like, mental health. So I'm going to take a tiny bit of Sunsets and then the teeniest bit of Sea Love, and I'm going to tap off some excess and place it right in the inner corner. Like I said, I'm going to do a like shimmery kind of look today. I say simple, but all rainbow eyeshadow looks require at least like 6 to 10 brushes, so especially with all the brushes I already have dirty from the shimmery eyeshadows, so we'll see what happens. And then I'm taking a little bit of Barley and the tiniest bit of First Kiss, and then I'm just gonna tap off excess and place that right next to the red, because that's how blending works. Yeah. My pinky is really itchy for some reason. Ooh, I saw my neighbor's dog today when I got home. It was raining when I got home, and she had been outside for a little while, so she was a little damp. And she kept yelling at me because I wouldn't pet her because she was wet. So I was covered in wet, stringy dog hair by the time I got into my house. My dog was not thrilled with it. And then I'm taking some of Sunsets and a little bit of Serendipity, just because Wildflower is a little too chartreusey, and she's not really what I want. I mean, this isn't really what I want either, but again, trying to limit myself to the number of palettes today. And I didn't even get to edit my YouTube video today during work. I mean, yeah, I know I should be doing my job anyways, but like, Mondays are usually slow. The last like 4 Mondays I've worked have been slow, and then it was busy, and then I had to train somebody, and then we had to do a catering order, and I was so overwhelmed it was not even funny. There were a million people doing that order, plus doing a new person. I would have been done with that order so much sooner if I wasn't training somebody. Like, literally, it was her first day. So, but whatever, I have to train her again tomorrow, and again, she's perfectly nice. It's just I can't handle new people. They just get in my way, politely. I'm going to take a little bit of Inside Joke, which is the lightest green in the palette. It's a little more minty, which isn't really, not really the vibe, but everything else is just a little too much. So, I will deal with it, like always. And then I'm gonna take a little bit of Dream. This is not my favorite blue tone either, like for pastel blues, but back to my one palette. I'm gonna need to do this under my eyes. And then I'm just gonna kind of go back in with Giggle to kind of, you know. It's funny because as much as I love this purple, it's a little too cool tone for this look, I think. But whatever. And I'm just going to use a clean, fluffy brush to blend the edges of this because I don't want to dirty up a million small ones to diffuse it. Like I said, I'm being lazy today. And then very carefully with the same brushes, I'm going to kind of repeat the process under the eyes. Like I said, very carefully, because the size of some of these brushes are not meant to be under the eyes. But, oh my god. The bus ride into work this morning, I was on the bus so long that I thought I was going to be late. I mean, I wasn't. I still clocked in on time. But it was just so... It was so slow. I was on the bus for an hour and 15 minutes. It is usually a 15-minute train ride. So that was... pissed me the off. But I was on time, and now I know it's not going to affect me so much tomorrow because I'm not going in at rush hour. But now I know that I have to leave like an hour and a half earlier than I need to. Because again, why would there be shuttle buses? Wouldn't there be shuttle buses? And again, just not. So all of these are from Clionadh Cosmetics, and I'm gonna use these ones. I'm also not going to take them all out of the pan to tell you the shade names, but I can tell you this was the full Series 1 Iridescent Multichrome bundle that I purchased. It's 7 pieces. It's just a bunch of iridescent, like rainbow shades. So, again, it's just the fact that I'd have to take out like 4 or 5 of them. So I'm going to start with this shade, which is kind of like the reddish pink of the tones, and I'm just going to start to layer that on my inner corner and a little under. I'm not bringing it too far because obviously you want the orange to be there as well. Just going in with this shade. This will be kind of layered over both the yellow and the orange. So, underneath as well. Like I said, they're iridescent, so there's not really a base to them at least. So even if the shimmers look a little orange, there's at least still the color underneath. I'm going to take some of this shade, which is just like a green. I'm going to pat and blend. Oh, need more. Should put a glitter glue on, but whatever. I'm going to take some of this shade, and I'm just going to put that over both the blue and the purple, because it's kind of like has kind of violet reflex, so it will be fine for both. Alright, that's it for the eyes. I need to go find some lashes and put on bottom mascara, but I'll be back in a second. Alright, I'm back with some lashes and mascara on, and we're gonna move on to the base. Who's surprised? Let's be honest here. This is from Glow Recipe. These are the Watermelon Glow Niacinamide Dewdrops. I also haven't done my skincare today, so I really need a little extra hydration. My cheek looks purple. But I had something to say too, and I completely forgot what it is. It wasn't about Noah Wiley. But no. Oh, so it was just raining a little when I left work. So some of my hair dye kind of ran, and there's some red above my eyebrow and a little on my scalp, and not scalp, but like right here on my forehead. And I know for a fact I cleaned that yesterday when I did my roots, so I love the rain. And then this is from Danessa Myricks Beauty. This is the Yummy Skin Glow Serum in the shade Main Squeeze. I blinked for a second. I did think about using the Blur and Balm powder, the tinted one, but I don't think I liked that very much. I mean, I need to give it a few more tries. But it just wasn't... Like, obviously I looked a little powdery, but like it was clinging to patches even with thoroughly hydrating products. And they were both Danessa Myricks products, so realistically those should work together the best. But like I said, I need to try it again before I make a final decision on if I want to declutter it or not. And like I said, it's the tinted one, not the Repair Balm or the Universal Clear one. Ooh, I do have a mini of the Universal one. Maybe I'll put that in my New York makeup bag and use that like where my glasses sit. That might be a good idea. And then I can just kind of keep it with me to kind of blot away any excess oils throughout the day. It's not a bad idea, I'm not gonna lie. This is the mini one. It was a gift with purchase, and it's like a decent size, so I could. And then my beloved has finally thawed because it's been warm enough. It's so funny because this is from Wet n Wild. This is the Bare Focus Niacinamide Skin Tint. I have mine in the shade Fair. It's a neutral undertone. And like, I don't see anyone talk about this, but it froze so bad over the winter. But it was on its side, and now it's... She's actually liquid now, so that's good. So that is already way too much. Also, I don't want to hear about how it's gross to put the dropper to my face. It's, ooh, shush bibble. This is very runny. Because I'm the only one who's going to be using it. And I'm not actively breaking out right now, so whatever. But this is like one of my favorite skin tints. I don't know how it is long wear wise, but it just looks so pretty. Yeah, this is way too much. I always put more than I think I need to for skin tints. It's just, no matter which one it is, it just does not end well. But I can bounce out with a beauty sponge, it's fine. It's fine, everything's fine. Yes, I know, I will probably need to powder, but it's fine. I know it doesn't look totally blended out right now, but that's what the sponge is for. Like I said, I'm very glad that this thawed. I thought it was just... Again, I love this. It's just... It gets very cold in my room in the winter. Because, again, New England winters, old house. Not a good combination. So, it's funny because this was the only thing that froze, like, over the winter. But, not complaining. But, like, it's also a pretty good match. So I'm going to go in with two concealers. This is from Revlon. This is the Glimmer Brightening Concealer in 125. So I'm going to use that kind of directly under my eyes. And this is brighter than the, whatchamacallit, skin tint. But I have an even brighter concealer that I want to use in the inner corners, so... And then this is going to be from Made by Mitchell. This is the Brightening Concealer in the shade LBR3. There's lighter shades than this, which is concerning because this is basically already white on me. So, see? My back hurts so badly. It hurts to sit up. Also, I am so impatient for my ID because I had an appointment for a real ID on May 27th. And they're like, oh, it's going to be here within 2 business weeks. And like, I know that. I know it's going to be here in 10 to 14 business days. And it's only been, how many business? It's only been 9. But like, I'm just paranoid that it got sent to the wrong address, or I put the wrong address down, even though I checked my form that she sent me home with, and it's my address. But I'm like, it's just one of those things I'm like, I'm gonna be in until it basically gets here. But with the math I did, it should be here by either the end of this week or the beginning of next week. So, like I said, I just wanted a new photo for my ID for when I have to go to New York, because my pictures from when I was 17, and I had a very stereotypical lesbian haircut at that age. So, also, these are just makeup wipes. There's way too much foundation on this brush, so I need to clean it now before the next time I do my makeup. So yeah. And there's also skin tint on the back of my hand now. Not fun. Alrighty, we are going to move on to the cheeks. I'm going in with the e.l.f. Camo Liquid Bronzer and Contour in the shade Fair Light. I think this is Fair Light. Yeah. And just going to put it in my normal spots. Doo-da, doo-da. I'm also going to need to set my face considerably. Doo-da, doo-da. What the bronzer does not go here. I'd like that to be known. That just tells you I should be getting some rest instead of doing my makeup. But I will blend out what's supposed to be in the normal spots. I'm a little impressed that I actually managed to stay up until, what time is it? I think it's midnight. 11:36. It's gonna be midnight by the time I'm done with everything. Because I got a Starbucks drink. I usually get a mango dragon fruit refresher, because I don't like coffee. So I have that with all my modifications. And then I got some, I got some guava lemonade drink from Dunkin' Donuts when I got off the train, and it was fine. It wasn't great, it wasn't horrible. So again, just a little surprised that I did actually manage to stay awake, especially because I thought I was going to pass out on the couch at one point. And next I'm going in with the Patrick Ta Double Take Cream and Powder Blush in the shade She's That Girl. It's a very good pink on me. That's not like a cool tone pink, so just want a little something something, you know? And I did buff this out on the back of my hand so I don't look too crazy going in. See, I look nice and flushed. Alive, if you will. Makes me look more alive than I feel. Also, the Tonys for last night, I didn't watch them. I thought about it and then I didn't. I was like, I'll catch what I need to. And it's a good thing I didn't, because half the people I wanted to win didn't win. I watched my Death Becomes Her performance and my Hamilton performance. And I was like, oh, darn, Chris won. Oh. That's pretty much it. But, still love you. But, like, it's bad for them, good for me. Since neither Boop or Death Becomes Her won, theoretically I'll be able to get better price tickets now. The prices aren't going to be jacked up since they're like, oh my god, you know, lead actress in a musical, blah blah. So, hopefully. I think I might try to see Boop instead. Because as much as I love the soundtrack to Death Becomes Her, I have a feeling that's going to stick around a little longer than Boop. So, again, we'll see. I still have a month. That's insane. I'm gonna be honest, I have no clue what I was saying. It's gonna be really funny when I watch this back while I'm at it and be like, oh, that. Oh no, it's insane, because you know, I booked my trip at the end of March, and I'm like, oh my god, it's not until July, that's so far away. It's June 9th as I film this. My trip is in a month and like 4 days. That's insane. I'm gonna use my beloved discontinued Jaclyn Cosmetics powder to kind of set under my eyes at least. It's slightly pink toned, so I like using it with pink blush. And technically this is a brightening powder, but it doesn't matter. I'm too lazy to switch to another powder right now. Also, I never took the peel for the mirror off, so oops. I'm gonna take some of the powder now for the blush and see if that will bring a little more pink into me, because this is kind of not the shade I wanted right now. Here we go. This is from Makeup Forever. This is the Artist Highlighter in the shade Wherever Pearl. It's not super like glittery and reflective like I usually do, but I still have a good amount of healthy glow going on, so it's not quite needed. Alright, for lips, I'm gonna go in with the, oh my god, I can't read, NYX Professional Makeup Duck Plump Plumping Lip Liner in the shade Beige Boost. This hurts. This is like scary. Like, I know it says Duck Plump, but I have the gloss and it didn't really do much. This, kind of insane, not gonna lie. We're gonna hope and pray for my bangs today. This does not look like the shade it usually is. I can also feel a pimple forming on my forehead. But no, my bangs have been under a bandana all day. And then they got wet. And then I didn't shape them with a roller, so who's to say what's going to happen, really? And I'm just going to try to do this out a little with my... Woo! Starting to feel the burn. I don't want to dirty yet another brush, even if it is just a lip brush. Even though I can't apparently line my lips today, so... I'm going to take a little bit of the Patrick Ta blush just on my finger, and I'm going to pat some of it into the middle of my lip, just to give it a little extra flush of color. I am using a slightly pigmented gloss, but I just want that right now. And then last but not least, this is also from e.l.f. Cosmetics. This is the Glow Reviver Lip Oil in the Glimmer finish in the shade Princess Cut. She's, oh my god, she's so pretty. She's like a neutral sparkly pink. It's fantastic. It's funny because I hate the smell of this, but I don't like the original lip oil. Like, I love the glimmer, or maybe I just think I like it more because it's just so pretty. But the original ones are just so sheer that it's kind of pointless. But at least with these, they're shimmery and pretty and beautiful. So I need to go fix my hair, but I will see you in a second. Alright, I'm back. I think this is the best I'm getting my bangs. But yeah, I like it. It's cute. It's not exactly what I had in mind tonight, but it still works. Thank God. And my microphone battery is about to die, so I don't know how the audio quality will be when I'm editing this in like a week, but